Can we break a habit right now, in this instance? Or do we need a time so that we gradually stop the habit? Let us find out together. Infinite love, beautiful people, and welcome back to a new video. So, how do we break a habit? To find out, we have to ask ourselves first, what is the habit? The habit is the behavior that we do all the time and that doesn't serve us. So, we see that it's something making us ill or it's making us dull, and still we do it because we become addicted to it. So how can you get rid of this addiction and to break a habit? To find out, we have to observe ourselves and the whole human mankind, because we all share the same brain. When we see this, we can observe how the habit appears and also how to break it. Because we have this body and this brain that are mechanical, even if we look biologically, this body is like a robot. It is getting used to environment, so it is adapting fast, and it's needed that to survive. But that becomes our greatest problem in this modern world, because we start to eat, for example, bad food, and we all know that the bad food tastes good, so we want more. Our body soon becomes addicted to this, because this food makes you full, it helps you to feel good, and you want it more. So the more you're eating, the more your body adapts to this style of food. So when you think about, for example, going on a diet and eating something healthy, for example, you cannot eat it because you are now addicted to the bad food. So what we try? We try all kinds of diets. We try to escape from our own addiction, not facing it. So what is addiction? Addiction is when you are getting so much used to using something that you cannot imagine your life without it. It is like an attachment. Attachment and addiction can be physical or mental. You can be addicted of a person, you can be addicted of a food, you can be addicted to doing too much sports, or you can be addicted to a television, to a computer, to everything. So what we do most of the time, we become addicted to it. That means gradually through the time our body adapts to all kind of things that we do daily, and we create addiction to it. When we see that this kind of behavior doesn't serve us, it is actually making us sick, or it is diminishing the quality of our life, we want to break the habit. We want to stop doing it. But we can't, because body is so get used to it that no matter what, it needs that shot to feel good. Without it, you feel broken, you feel bad, and you don't want to stop using it. So to break the habit, you have to start observing yourself. You have to start seeing how you act in your daily life, and see what you do and why you do. We will take, for example, eating too much food, because that's the problem of most of human mankind in this new world. Why are we eating too much food? Because it is there. It is in your house. You can take it easily, and also you feel good when you eat too much, especially the bad things, sweets and chocolates, bonbons. You can prepare it fast, you don't have to do too much for it, and it makes you feel good. And also when you enjoy the television, which is a good movie, you want to eat even more. So it becomes a habit, and you see that you are gaining this weight and you cannot break from it. So what you have to do to break this? You have to observe yourself. How and why are you doing this? Throughout the day, whatever you are doing, just give a little bit attention. Just be aware of your own reactions. Why you eat what you eat. For example, when you wake up and you want to eat a breakfast, if you first imagine something bad, like sweets, chocolates to eat, be aware of it, give attention to it, and see that you are craving it. So now that we know that we want something, that's the first step. You are aware of addiction. How to stop the craving? Do we need gradually? So we have realized that we are addicted and now we want to stop it. And we want to break the habit by eating less, less and less. Can we do that? Can we stop our addiction, for example, eating too much sweets by eating little bit sweets, not so much as before? Or we can end it completely. To find out, you have to see, is there psychological time? Because we imagine the time outside as a constant, and we also bring this time inside of us. We needed a time to create this habit, so we think we need a time to stop the habit. But is this really so? When you observe in your head, there is always now. There is no past, there is no future. You can only think about past, and you can mold this past into a future. What will happen? But you will always experience now. So if you want to gradually break the habit, you cannot do it because it will always be now. If you say, I will stop eating bad things tomorrow, that means you are postponing. You are not doing it now because tomorrow will be now. And then you will say, I will do it tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Suddenly you are faced with an illness that you cannot stop. And then you can stop it immediately. Why? Why can you stop your bad habit when you, for example, had a heart attack and you couldn't do it before? You thought that you have to do it gradually. But now that when you are faced with your mortality, when you are faced with death, when you are faced with the real problem of eating too much sweets, now you can stop it immediately, never again to take it. Same with the smoking and every other habit in the world. Why? Observe it. Don't wait for the answer. Find out for yourself. Actually pause the video and observe yourself. You are stopping this habit because you see the danger in it. You have felt on your skin the pain of the sickness and you have seen that you can die from it. So now you can break the habit immediately because you see the danger. You see if you continue this way you will die. To break any habit, you don't need a time. You need a strength. You need a sharp mind and you need to be ready to say never again because you see the danger from it. So when you see the danger really, not superficially, like let's say for example smoking, you see on the cigarettes these ugly pictures and they say you will die from the cancer if you continue to smoke, but you say this will not happen to me. So you are not aware of the danger. But if you actually develop the symptoms, you will immediately stop using cigarettes because you have seen the danger. So every time you want to break a habit, go deeply into it. Find out why are you addicted. Find out what are the consequences. Really deeply see them without thinking. Observe and see what is the consequence if I continue doing this habit. Then you will be able instantly break any habit in the world. There is no time needed. And that means for every new moment you decide never again to take this thing. Because when you decide now, you are out of the time. But when you observe from the mind perspective, it seems like you have to do it always. But in actuality, it is always now. And you are always choosing now not to use this bad habit. You have to choose right now and give your strength and attention to your problem, to your craving. Be aware of the consequence if you continue having this habit. And for sure, your life will change. Please try this. Observe your life. Give attention to your life. Develop the skill of observation so you can see the thing without thinking. See the actual danger in doing something that you're doing. And you will be able to break any habit now, in this moment, together with me. Thank you for inquiring with me, and until next video.